Hello everybody, welcome to the COVID kitchen. It's a Wednesday edition. We're making some pasta tonight. I've got 10 ounces of some penne, and we're going to cook that up, and then we're going to mix it in with some sweet Italian sausage and a nice onion here, and this fancy head of escarole and some cannellini beans. So we're going to be doing a lot of cooking here. It shouldn't take too long, but we got a lot of stuff to get through. And hopefully at the end we're going to have a delicious pasta dish. No tomatoes, but just some vegetables, some beans, some pasta. Yeah, it should be good. Let's give it a try. All right, so first things first, we're doing a little bit of meal prep, and we're kind of just going to end up throwing everything together at the end, but we do need to prep it a little bit. So we're going to be, we're heating up some water here to cook the pasta. We've tore up our escarole here into little bite-sized pieces and washed them. And we've chopped up our onion and chopped up our garlic, and now we are removing the skin from these chicken sausages. And I've gotten okay at it over the years. It was never something that was super easy, but as you can see, these alfresco sausages actually they come, the skin comes off relatively easily, because we will be cooking these and breaking them up in the pan to make them kind of ground meat. They're not ground meat, so they're not going to be that easy to do, but they're going to be, you got to take the casing off if you want to even attempt this. So we got that going on. We're also going to drain, we just need a cup of the cannellini beans, so we're going to be draining that guy and just taking a cup of those beans. The rest of it, you can put it in the fridge for another recipe. Alright, so the water is nice and boiled, so in the pasta we'll go. According to package directions, this should take about 10 minutes for the penne to cook. So I'm just going to put 10 on the countdown here. And then in this pan, I've got a teaspoon of olive oil currently heating up, and it's about ready to go, I think. And what we're going to do is we're going to put an entire onion, one whole onion, chopped up into this guy. And we're also going to throw in 4 cloves of garlic. Boom. That's going to be smelling pretty nice. Also chopped up. And we're going to crack a little pepper on there. You could add the salt here if you were working with salt. And we're just going to mix those guys in, make them nice and coated with the olive oil, and get them cooking. So, onions and garlic are going to go for about 4 minutes. This guy's going to go for 10. After the 4 minutes, we're putting in sausage and some other things, and this should all work together well and come out around the same time. Let's hope for the best. Okay, it's been about 4 or 5 minutes with the onions and the garlic, and now it's time to throw in the 12 ounces of the sweet Italian chicken sausage. And that's going to go for about 7 minutes, and we're going to attempt to break it up, which is why I've got my break and stick out. And you can pretty much just, with this guy, you don't have to wait for it to get too cooked. You can just kind of start chopping right away, which is kind of nice. But I'll let it go for a little bit and probably keep grinding away at it as we go. You kind of want to get it down to a relatively ground chicken type of appearance. And that's just going to cook now for about 7 or 8 minutes, however long you feel. In that time, at some point here, the pasta is going to be ready, so just reserve half cup of that pasta liquid and for a little bit later on in the recipe, but otherwise you can just leave the pasta on the side for now. We'll be mixing it together soon enough. Okay, so I have just poured out my pasta, and now I'm going to take my sausage mixture out of the pan. I'm going to try anyway. A little bit stuck in there. Just going to put it on the side for now, because we still got to cook the lettuce. Oh yeah, really good kick down there, but that's all right. That's okay. It'll taste good with the brown bits, I'm sure. So again, back on the medium heat, and we're going to put in half cup of chicken broth. And we're cup of cannellini beans from the can from earlier. Just going to kind of push those around a little bit. And then we're going to add these 8 cups of the Escarole. And we're going to let that go for about, until they're wilted, which recipe suggests should only be about 4 minutes, but you know, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. And at that point, it'll pretty much be ready for everything to be added in. We'll be throwing the pasta in, we'll be throwing the sausage in, and we'll be adding some cheese and some red pepper flakes, and just, you know, make it as tasty as possible before we're ready to plate and eat. All right, we're ready to combine everything. The escarole is nice and wilted, beans are heated through. Here comes the sausage. And we're going to throw back in the pasta. And, whoops, sorry. We've got half a cup of the retained pasta liquid, a quarter cup of Parmesan cheese. You could certainly go for more if you so desired. And I'm going to put in a quarter teaspoon of the red pepper flakes because I like it with a little bite. And then we're going to do our best to mix it up. Maybe should have done it in the bigger pot. But once we get it all mixed up, we're going to plate this and we're going to see how it is. It's time to try out our pasta. We've got a nice colorful dish here. It looks pretty good. It's got a lot of flavors in here. It smelled good throughout the kitchen as I was preparing it. And now we're going to give it a shot and see how it is. Very good. Taste that sausage. Escarole is good for you. And pasta is always delightful. Maybe we could use more cheese. Certainly an option. Maybe a little more spice for me too, but that's up to you. Either way, excellent recipe here in the COVID kitchen.